Well, they're clearly milking the system.
I know something else you can milk.
Not now, Guilt Cash. I'm trying to moderate.
Excuse me? Who do you think you're talking to? I made you. I raised you.
My parents did, actually.
Are they loaded? No. Can they buy you a scalped PS5? No. They'll say, what's wrong with the PS3 you have? This is why you should take my advice. Now, rather than never.
Well, let's see if I can impress everyone. Here goes. So Hot Tub Streamers have got their own category.
Two can play at that game.
No, they can't. Oh, god damn. Oh, it's fucking boiling. Don't really have to do this. Hey, gamers. Don't forget to pop those tier 3 subs in my box over there. Hey, what's up, guys? This is Scarce, and today I've got some news that has hit all over the internet, like Twitter and LinkedIn, and I think it's fucking disgusting. Like I said, it's blown up on Twitter, just like the gut of the guy in the story. So a massive YouTuber known as KB has been permanently banned from Twitch for posting shocking content. A lot of people are upset about this, saying that why does he get banned while other people stretch out their thong over their heads, and others defending the move, saying they already bought an expensive pair of glasses, they also don't want to have to pay for an eye transplant too. But he's also had his sponsorship from Manscaped removed, as they said in a statement that they feel like more hair will be better to cover up a body like this. KB has also responded to the controversy in a post detailing, and it reads, "Whoops." More on this story as it unfolds. So there's pretty much been a story that's been plaguing the internet as of late, and it revolves around the fairness that goes on Twitch. More specifically, Hot Tub Streamers, or to use their actual name, Paddling Pool Streamers, because that's what they're in. It's not a fucking hot tub, unless you disclose to everyone that you bought it on Wish. So with this, there has been a lot of arguments for and against the exposure of these kinds of streamers, putting them on the front page, trying to bypass that rule that says no nudity or sexually suggestive content, which I don't think you can really say a girl riding an inflatable banana in a paddling pool is not sexually explicit. I was trying to combine explicit and expressive then, and it kind of got a bit out of control. The argument for these streamers has been if people want to watch this kind of content, then they're well within their right to do so, and you can't blame anyone except the people that choose to watch the streams and donate to them and all sorts. Also, that grey area between what is sexually expressive and what isn't, seeing as anyone is allowed to wear a bathing suit in public anyway, which in that sense you can pick up the scent of their milk in the system. But essentially Twitch have come out and addressed the situation, so make of that what you will. I'll read it for you now. So in an appropriately titled blog called Let's Talk About Hot Tub Streams, over the past few weeks we've seen and had many conversations about hot tub streams, and we want to address it candidly. And we want to make a few things clear. First and foremost, no one deserves to be harassed for the content that they choose to stream, how they look, or who they are, and we will take action against anyone who perpetuates this kind of toxicity on our surface. Second, while we have guidelines about sexually suggestive content, being found to be sexy by others is not against our rules. I mean, if that was the case, I would have been banned a long time ago. And Twitch will not take enforcement action against women or anyone on our service for their perceived attractiveness. Under our current nudity and attire and sexually suggestive content policies, streamers may appear in swimwear in contextually appropriate situations. At the beach, in a hot tub, for example. They're paddling pools. Get it right. And we allow creative expression like body writing and body painting, provided the streamer has appropriate coverage as outlined by our attire policy. Nudity or sexually explicit content, which we define as pornography, sex acts, and sexual services, are not allowed on Twitch. Our intention with the sexually suggestive policy was to draw a line on content that is overtly or explicitly sexually suggestive, not to ban all content that could be viewed as sexually suggestive, but we acknowledge that our rules are not as clear as they could be. We will always aim to avoid being overly punitive based on assumptions when we have taken enforcement action on this content. I mean, it's good saying all this, but you know, I can point out a lot of times in the past where Twitch have not been as transparent as they could be. To make the lines between what we consider to be overtly or sexually suggestive more clear, our team is planning to update our policies on sexually suggestive content in the coming months. So essentially, people who are raging about this are going to have to put up with this for a bit longer. We also want to address questions from our creators about suspending advertising on their channels. On Twitch, brands get to decide where and when their ads appear. Today, they can target or avoid specific categories of content and flag channels that don't meet their standards. This means that Twitch, in rare cases, will suspend advertising on a channel at the advertiser's request.
We recently suspended advertising on some channels that were flagged by the majority of our advertiser base and failed to notify them. Our creators rely on us, and we should have alerted affected streamers to this change before it happened. It was a mistake not to do so. And again, this isn't the first time. Remember the music debacle? However, due to the broad range of content in Just Chatting and the fact that many creators stream in Just Chatting for a portion of their streams, that is not an effective way to remove a specific subset of content like creators streaming in pools or hot tubs. Community and advertiser feedback made clear that we need to offer more ways to control the content that's recommended as well as where ads appear. So we're introducing a new category: pools, hot tubs and beaches. And this is where people were just like, what is going on? Well, time to get my beach backdrop ready. This is not intended to be our long-term solution to improve brand targeting capabilities and increase personalization in our recommendations. Oh, trust me, Twitch, you've had years to work on that. What has changed, really? Viewers can better avoid recommendations for content that they don't want to see, and those wishing to view this content will have an easier time finding it. That is, if they don't know if Pornhub exists yet. And brands can either opt in or out of this category based on whether it aligns with their target audiences, like they can today with any other category. The pools, hot tubs and beaches category is live today. Too hot for TV, available on demand. If you do not appropriately categorize your stream, you may be moved into the pools, hot tubs and beaches category. So really, I think it's mainly this one here. Maybe this one, but you need to like target the individual streamers guilty of this. So I got a problem here. How do I say a lot of stuff without sounding like an incel? Simple. I don't. Goodbye. Nah, okay, many points to make. Firstly, I want my own KB appreciation category, where there's plenty of quality content. Oh dear. Part of me thinks that if they're going to ban this sort of sexually suggestive content, then probably a lot of my Jackbox streams are going to have to be taken down as well for some of the jokes that reside in that. So for discretion, please keep them rent-free in your head. I also think because Twitch mentioned that they're going to be changing their policies in the near future, that some of this is a bit too early to tell. But one of the main issues isn't specifically these streams themselves, it's how Twitch tends to recommend things to people on the platform. The algorithm really isn't that favourable to less popular streamers, and without external methods to break through, it can be very difficult to succeed. And I guess to a lot of people, allowing this sort of content to float around seems kind of unfair. I would throw it out there to not hate the player, but hate the game. Actually, in most cases, people are hating both. But I have seen the point made that this does make it easier for advertisers to disable ads on these kinds of videos because they are pretty much grouped into one category. You're probably, as a result, going to see less of this content existing on Twitch, which then it may be replaced by something else. God, I hope it's Dad Bods. But then the argument could be that this sort of stuff stays up and then other videos are unfairly taken down, following in TikTok's footsteps. Overall, I would say if you are a streamer and you see this stuff on Twitch and it's aggravating you a lot, I would still say to just keep doing what you're doing. Stuff like that just might put you down. So honestly, this video just felt like I was just coming in, making some jokes and skits and things, and then just saying one or two words and then just fucking off. That is exactly what it was. So thank you one and all, follow my social media and everything, and until next time, lights out.